Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2020 general readings. We are looking at the first half of May from the 1st through the 15th. Welcome, everyone. I hope that you are all safe and healthy and relatively sane considering a lot of the restrictions we've been living under. Thanks for being here today, and thanks for all that you continue to do to support this channel, whether it's just watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, donating, etc. I appreciate every bit of it. Thank you so much. So this reading is for the water sign of Pisces, our mercurial little Pisces for the first 2 weeks of May. So that's Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. If your Venus is in Pisces, or if you're cross-watching for a Piscean, general readings always resonate a little differently, so make sure to watch all of your other sign videos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if you want to, if you know them, if you can. It can always be helpful in broadening the picture of what's going on in your life. And if any of you are interested in reaching out for a personal reading or information, if any of these readings resonate with you, just click on the description link below, click on the little arrow that pulls down information. You'll see some contact details there, and you can feel free to contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually respond to your initial inquiry with more info in the first day. And scheduling is done in a pretty timely fashion too. I do readings full time. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get readings out to you or set up with you as quickly as possible. All right, let's move right into this. Let's see what the first 2 weeks of May have in store for Pisces. For those of you who need or want to know, I am using the Gilded Tarot by artist Cyril Marchetti. I'm using the recently released Royale version. Let me show you the box here. The colors are even more rich and beautiful and vivid than the original deck. I love them. Okay, Pisces. We begin, ooh, lovely, with the Star, followed by the Three of Cups, the Chariot, wow, followed by the King of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, overall energy and advice is the Six of Swords. So healing and moving away from difficult, troubling times or challenges is your overall energy for the first half of May. Beautiful energy to have. The Six of Swords is a card of peace, healing, restoration. You're not quite there yet. It's a transitional card. You've left the worst behind you, which would be represented by choppy, muddy, turbulent waters. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet, but you're definitely moving towards there. There's kind of a hopeful feeling about this reading that I'm getting. And for some of you, it might be actual physical healing if you've been sick or ill. I hope for none of you that it's been, the coronavirus, but you're healing, because this is a card that can represent physical healing, mental and emotional. You've left the worst behind you. You're not quite through the entire bit of it yet, but you definitely are. And for some of you, maybe even for a lot of you and a lot of us in general, it's feeling like there's an end in sight to all of the, shelter in place and the restrictions and everything being closed down, other than essential businesses, going through hardships financially, emotionally, not being able to have the same kind of contact we have with people, and enjoying being around other people, whether it's people we know or just kind of being around people in general, in those atmospheres as well, and feeling like, while the end is not quite here yet, it is in sight, particularly maybe with some of the more physically restrictive environments that we've been living in, because we do have the Star here clarified by the Three of Cups. So the Star is a card of hope. Hope restored, peace, renewed faith, hope, and optimism. It's one of the wish fulfillment cards. It's one of the cards that represent not just wish fulfillment in the present, but it speaks of having a sense of faith and hope restored and renewed after a difficult period, because the Star shines through the darkness to light the way. It's a card that's based primarily on pure faith and holding nothing back. I usually see this card show up when there is, after a period of darkness, of despair, of sadness, of illness, and one day you just wake up and you realize that you're starting to feel better. You realize that things are looking brighter, that there's a light in the darkness, and maybe, just maybe, things are going to be all right. And so you continue doing the things that are in front of you to do, putting one foot in front of the other in your day-to-day life, trusting that the path that you're on is leading to joy and fulfillment, and not holding anything back, which this woman isn't. She's completely naked. She's pouring her pitchers of water out into the source that she's kneeling in, kneeling by. She's not holding anything back. She's devoting herself completely to this, in hope and faith that when she needs her restoration, when she needs water, that it will be given to her, because the source itself is limitless. So, this is a card of something, you know, and it could be something specific in your life that's made you feel this way, some occurrence that's made you feel like, yes, oh, I'm getting back to work, or oh, I'm going to be going back here, or oh, things are going to be opening up, or oh, I'm going to be able to, be around my friends and family again. It could just be, walking out on your back porch, like I did this morning, and seeing the sun kind of coming out and the birds singing, and thinking, yeah, we'll get through this. We'll get through this. And be able to be out and be around each other again, because the star is clarified by the Three of Cups, sometimes nicknamed the party card. There is a strong, it has, of course, deeper significance to it, but it does have a strong social theme to it. This is a card about people getting together, not just any people. This is often a card about kindred spirits, being with and around people that you really enjoy, that you get, that get you, that you don't have to pretend with, drinking, dancing, having coffee, eating, really enjoying each other's company. There's a strong social theme, which is why it's sometimes nicknamed the party card, getting out and having a good time. The wine, the champagne, it's all overflowing here. It could be coffee for some of you. So there's a sense of hope and renewal. There's a sense of faith restored. There's this sense of healing, hope, moving through. Transitional, not quite there yet. The sky in this card, the Six of Swords, some of it is still cloudy and stormy and dark, but you can see that there's light breaking through. We're getting there. You're going to get there. We are getting there. We're going to get there again. We're going to be here again, and we're going to enjoy it so much. Lovely reading. So we have the Chariot, clarified by the King of Pentacles. The Chariot, and the Chariot is sitting right next to the star too. So this is also hope and faith renewed, feeling hopeful, moving towards this very powerful success energy. The Chariot is one of the most powerful success cards in the tarot. It's a card that represents success and winning through sheer perseverance, fortitude, determination, willpower, not giving up. It can represent perhaps getting knocked down 10 times, but it's the 11th time that you get back up and you get back in the saddle again, and that's when you win. Because it takes a great deal. I mean, when you look at the Chariot, the role of the Chariot in history, this was not an easy vehicle, if I can call it that, to operate. It's usually a one-person thing. It takes a great deal of strength, fortitude, will, determination. You have to have a plan. You have to be very ambitious. You have to stay focused on your goal, pulling together everything that you need to operate this chariot forward, not allowing anything to get in your way. If you fall over, you get up, you get back on it again. This is a card of winning simply because you refuse to give up. Perseverance, determination, willpower, sitting right next to the star card. That's how we get through things. That's how we get through things here. Success through perseverance and fortitude. Underneath it, we have the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, this can be feeling like you are sitting in a lot of stability, perhaps financial and material stability or security. This can also represent somebody who is significant to you during this time period, the first half of May. They might be an earth sign, because Pentacles is governed by the element of earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This could be somebody, I mean, he's in the upright position, which is positive. If this is somebody external to you, this is somebody who is in a positive position in terms of perhaps helping you or encouraging you to continue to not give up, to persevere through this. Someone who's perhaps been your rock, your anchor, because the King of Pentacles is the King of Earth. This is somebody who's sitting on the top of, I mean, he's reached a place of mastery and control and balance and harmony over the physical day-to-day structure of our life. Somebody who is probably financially comfortable, if not well off. He knows how to navigate that world. He knows how to get it done. He's worked hard to get to where he's at. He has a comfortable life. He likes comfortable things because he's worked hard to get them. And that's sitting right next to the Three of Cups. This might be someone, for some of you, it might be somebody that you are reuniting with, you know, after a long period of only being able to communicate by phone or across distance or something of that sort. But again, he's in a positive, helpful position if this is somebody that's external to you. Let's pull a clarifying card here. We have clarifying the Chariot and the King of Pentacles, which is a very positive combination, but clarifying it, we have the Devil and the Four of Pentacles. So on a very simplistic level, this can represent a lot of imbalance, obsessive energy, imbalance, extremes, temptations, vices. The Four of Pentacles, which can be financial insufficiency and loss, or financial insufficiency and lack, needing to be very, very careful with your finances and money. And maybe some of you have been out of work, or, you know, maybe some of you lost your job or your business, or been out of work, or had business slow down or stop because of, you know, all the restrictions in place because of the virus. Um, you know, a lot of instability perhaps in that area of your life, money, business, work, you know, everything that falls under the earth element energy of your life, that physical structure of our day-to-day life. It looks like for a lot of you, and this could be like emotional security as well. So there's been a lot of imbalance and instability in that area of your life. And I feel like for some of you, it could be that this King of Pentacles is an actual external person that's been very helpful in kind of getting you through this period, encouraging you through this period, and perhaps even helping you, you know, in a financial or resource oriented way. Some of you, it might not be an external person. It's just that you have persevered, because that's kind of the thread of this whole spread, this reading here, Pisces, is that you have persevered. You are persevering. Maybe you've had external help and maybe you haven't. Maybe you've been doing it on your own and you've just refused to give up. You refuse to give in to despair, at least permanently. We all have our bad days. Even though there's been so much instability in whatever it is that makes your life feel safe, solid, stable, continuity, whether it's emotional security, financial and material security, or a combination of all of those things. Um, Beautiful energy. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Hermit, which has been true for a lot of us over the last handful of weeks or so. But the Sun is right behind that. Again, this thread of hope. It's not even a thread. It's a pretty good, strong cord here. And it feels like the end is in sight. We're not quite there, but we're moving towards that. Um, for some time, perhaps it felt like we weren't moving, but now things are moving. Some activities getting back um, after this period of real struggle and challenge for many of us. So beautiful, beautiful reading, Pisces. So that is your reading for the first half of May. I hope that you found it helpful and useful and hopeful. And so I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the May 2020 mid-month general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Stay safe and healthy. And again, if you want any more information or reaching out for a personal reading, just click on the description link below. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.